to fall in love.
Ooh, all my Dipset historians already know where we was at with it.
Yeah, I'm ready. One of the greatest Dipset songs of all time, man. Shout out to Killer Cam, Jim Jones, and
Jewel Santana.
Jewel's New Teeth Santana.
R.I.P. your grippers.
Yeah.
Wash gods, man.
Yeah, we
Wash
back
never
again.
washed up.
Yeah. Episode 41, man. You know the gods is back, man. Giving, more pod for your head top.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Pause to the gods.
Yeah. Shout out to all our gods and goddesses. Shout out to everybody that's been listening thus far, man. I am Draft.
Thank you, man. A lot of good feedback lately. I had somebody randomly run up on me in the streets and tell me, it was like, yo, I fuck with the pod. Like, yo, whoever that was, man, please blame the mind and not the heart, man. But I'm 100% sure I've never met you before. But thank you. I appreciate it. And shout out to my man Horace. Horace with Mob ATL. He also told me he was fucking with the pod as well, man.
Word.
So I feel like we got a lot of the eyes that, you know what I mean? I respect.
They count, man. Shout out to my nigga Ferg, man. He pulled up on me, let me know he was fucking with the pod. Been reposting, so shout out to my guy, man. Shout out Stocks and Bonds too, man.
Shout out Stocks and Bonds, man.
Yeah, we back once again, man. Episode 41. Where washed never washed up.
Yep.
Let's get into these countries,
Shout
man.
out Glenn Rice, man. Episode 41.
Oh yeah, shout out to my nigga Glenn Rice. I forgot.
He was an op for a long time because he played for the Heat in the 90s, and I was a Knicks fan, but he eventually came to the Knicks.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
First the Hornets.
Oh, my bad.
Hornets, then
Hornets,
then the Lakers. He might have played for the Knicks after that, but I don't know what happened to him after the Lakers and shit, to be honest. But shout out to Glenn Rice, man, in the zone.
Yeah, he fucked Sarah Palin apparently.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. The little known fact about Glenn Rice is he fucked Sarah Palin in college. Yeah, he was telling the story when she started to get on her bullshit. Just to, he pulled the rug from underneath her.
Like, man, this bitch like black dick, just like
all
the rest of these politicians.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he is married to a white girl too. But because I believe Glenn Rice Jr. was like a prospect at one point. But shout out to Glenn Rice anyway. In the Zone was one of the dope video games. I think they only made it 1 year, and Glenn Rice was on the cover, man. The God.
What system?
I had it on N64.
Okay.
And by had it, I mean I rented it one time.
And kept it.
Yeah. So shout out to Blockbuster, man. R.I.P. Yeah, still on the Blockbuster. Yeah, so shout out to these United States, the United Kingdom.
Fuck the United States.
Australia, Iceland, Ireland, Germany.
Ireland.
Canada. India, Russia, Puerto Rico, Costa
Rica. I got it right this time.
Yeah. Finland, Romania, the Netherlands, Sweden, Singapore, Denmark, New Zealand, Ecuador, Slovakia. This list is getting long now. Yeah, Belgium. We got some new countries pop up. Shout out to Italy.
Hey.
Shout out to, I don't know how to say this place. Can you say this?
Qatar.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar.
All right. So shout out to Qatar, man.
Man on the Moon 3 coming soon.
Yeah. We got some. At least we got a brown place finally. Yeah.
We wait in Africa.
Hell yeah.
In SARS.
Yeah. Will that get y'all on our side? What the fuck we got to do, man?
There we go. We'll hashtag it, bro.
But yeah, shout out to Italy, shout out to Qatar, man. So welcome to the podcast.
How was your week?
My week was weak as fuck. It was cool.
7 days. 7 days to make. So what is it? What's that corny shit that religious people
7 days
without prayer make 1 week.
So maybe I need to pray or some shit.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, but shit, the week was the week, man. You know how that shit is, like especially with work. I'm going through the whole new commute phase, so I'm spending a lot of time commuting back and forth to work. And
how's the new gig otherwise?
That shit is cool. It's funny because it's basically the job I had when I was 19, except they paying me twice as much to do like even less work than I did back then.
My mom made it.
But I'm just like, man, I was doing this shit when I was 19, bro. I wasted 10 years. I should have just kept doing this shit. Like somebody would have just paid me when but anyway.
Went straight to the league.
Yeah. Nigga. I rap or go to the league, nigga. And I rapped like a dumbass.
Shout out
anyway.
to
Yeah, but it's just been cool, man. It's just weird I don't know. I'm still getting used to being in like somewhat like a leadership position and shit. Like even though I was like that at my old job, but it's just now it's a little bit more like motherfuckers looking at me to like solve their problems. And
You got littles.
Yeah. But it's cool though, man. I ain't really mad at it.
I think
it's actually probably
30 wings. Look at you.
It's probably the best work environment I had in a while, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
It just,
I feel like there are two types of. You feel two ways about management. It's either like, fuck this shit, bro. I'm not responsible for you. You're not children. Or I'd rather be in charge than be at the mercy of somebody who's incompetent.
There you go.
So
always look, because I used to always be the guy, listening to the bullshit supervisor and manager.
Like, what?
And be like, nigga, this nigga's dumb as fuck.
Right.
And it's just like, I know I'm smarter than everybody that I supervise or whatever.
I always tell motherfuckers, like, if you the smartest person in the room, the responsibility is on you to be in charge. Like, if anything fuck up, even if nobody else blames you, you gonna blame you because you saw it.
Because if I saw it, it's and I'm really big on like calling shit out that's dumb. Like when somebody's doing some dumb shit, so it's easy for me to be like, let's not do it this way. Let's do it this way. And now they have to listen. So that's kind of my job. Like, hey, motherfucker, dumb motherfucker, let's do it.
Let's think about this.
But actually, too, I thought about this week is I low key I've been enjoying being humble. Like I kind of like, cause it's a new environment. I could have came in there being a douchebag, but like my usual self. But I actually like started like speaking to people and shit. Like actually
being cordial.
Yeah, being more than cordial, even social even. It's like it was cool to just do something different. Like like
you feel like you're at a point where you're not completely sickened by the people you're around.
Yeah. It's like they know I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
So it's like like
they give you the respect that somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, as long as we can keep it like that, it's no reason for me to, even bring that energy. So I'm gonna put the responsibility on me to keep the energy like positive.
This how fucked up life is. You're impressed with that. Like the best case scenario is somebody takes notice and highlights you for your work and then gives you the credit you deserve. But at best, I'm satisfied with being left alone.
Yeah, just let me do what I do, man. But that's cool though.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. It's a win because everything else is just that, the opposite of that rather.
And I also thought about this shit on Family Guy. I was like, man, they were talking about some shit about being black in Cleveland. That's probably the realest shit Cleveland ever said. He's like, it was like a board game, but it was basically about being black. And he's like, there's like, yo, how do you win? He's like, yo, nobody wins, bro. You just lose a little less every generation.
It was in the beginning. I remember that. I remember that. It was in the beginning of the episode. They all playing. The title's still rolling. Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
That was it right there. And I'm losing a little less now. And I'm like, you know what? I remember when the L's were bigger, so the L's are a little bit smaller. Let's not complain, man. So I guess the week wasn't that week, man. That was my complaining gene just kicking in. Like, nah, I ain't really complaining.
All right, let me relax.
Yeah, let me chill, man.
Dial it down.
Cool, bro. I'm eating, I'm smoking. We're here podding, so everything's copacetic. Yeah. But how was your week?
My week was weak as well. I took a lot of L's. But I ain't tripping about it.
Shout out to Cool J.
Yeah. Man, all that mascara you had on.
Oh, boy. This nigga painted up like a bitch on TV.
I was like, bro, why does it look like you can't grow facial hair? That shit gotta be foundation. You don't have pores, my nigga?
LL Cool Jada, nigga. What the fuck on with your face, nigga?
Pinkett Smith. That whole streaming shit was an entanglement.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on with this nigga face?
Anyway, my week.
We'll get to that. We'll get to the Tyson fight. I'm sorry. Anyway, my bad.
It was my week started off cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking forward to having days off, and then Thanksgiving hit. Got drunk.
Hey,
cussed out family, fell asleep.
Nice.
Regular Thanksgiving shit.
Real life Thanksgiving. Yeah.
But I guess again being humble, you know what I mean? I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. So I was just took it on the chin. Like I'm like, man, I think I'm at a point now where reacting is an L, like to any degree. So it ain't, regardless of whether I was drunk or not, like reaction is a L.
Definitely.
But that was how I started the beginning of my off days. Like I ended up working off most of that. I don't know what you call anxiety. Yeah, angst is a good word for it. Working off most of my anxiety by just doing shit outside. I went running to Stone Mountain Park. I linked up with the mob. Shout out Mob ATL, Tara and Horace. We yeah, we gonna talk about that one day, man. We might have to have a conversation. I need 50%.
Yeah,
Horace.
I need 100%, nigga.
That mob shit was it was
it's
us.
So much shit. Low key sauce. I know I threw around the city,
Yeah,
man. Niggas ain't gonna give me credit, but it's fine.
We can talk about it, man. Top
it's
5.
A list.
Yeah, top 5 draft influences in Atlanta,
I
man.
swear to God, bro. Niggas try to front. There's a lot of slang I know I put out here that niggas are still doing, but it's cool. It's fine. But anyway.
Shout out Josiah, man. He one of the real ones keeping it alive. And shout out Dorian. Dorian keeping it alive too, man.
It's all good. Shout out to the young gods.
But I went riding with them this weekend. 34 fucking miles on a track bike. What's dope about riding though in a group is
I feel like I feed off each other's energy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like the runner's high, add that with like
it's like geese.
Adrenaline. Yeah. It is. People in cars honking us a lot, bro. It's crazy. We're exactly like geese.
You just got a V formation and shit.
But it's cool to go out there with a group of people you don't know and just have to do something together. Like y'all got to do something together. Because eventually, the thing with doing 34 miles is eventually you get out to a point where it's like, yeah, you can't turn around. We spent like 30 minutes just sitting on the side pumping somebody's tire because they had like 2 flats. Putting the chain back on because he got gears.
Like that too though. Like so, somebody shit fuck up.
Yeah, he get back home. Yeah. We always we do head counts, all that type of shit.
That's love.
And it's I feel like humans require a certain type of community. Like you figure out who you are at a certain age and you identify with certain things. So you kind of gravitate and it doesn't have to feel like work.
I sort of feel like I'm a lone wolf, but I guess we're doing this.
It's not.
But I don't think I'm not tied in this.
You're never doing it to the extent where if you look hard enough at your lifestyle and your patterns, you're gonna identify something you do.
No, definitely. Like it's funny because I always say that, and you know, dealing with somebody else, seeing your lifestyle as you live it, you know. It's like, man, you go out all the time. I'm like, do I? They're like, you always doing something.
That's me and you. Yeah. That's me and you's conversation. Because everybody else is like, this nigga Sean don't never be out. And it's like, yo.
I'm like, this nigga Sean be out all the fucking time. I don't know what this nigga be on.
This nigga just.
I know this nigga a Rolling Stone, bro.
Yeah. Wherever he lays hat.
Nah, it's just, I guess it's in comparison. You know what I mean? Because I be looking like, I never step
perspective.
Out. But everything, everything is perspective. Because I had somebody tell me like, yo, you're always doing something. I'm like, me?
Because Taji will probably tell you a social butterfly.
Yo, I've been told that a lot of times. Yeah. I'm like, me? How fucking dare you?
But it's cool, man.
Anyway,
again, shout out to the mob. Really dope ride. The following day, I went to go link up with Vince, and I caught a flat. It was a lot of fuck shit. Just a lot of fuck shit that day. I remember talking.
Vince knows.
Yeah, I remember talking to Vince, and as soon as he gets out the car, I'm parked over there by Versus. Shout out Leon John. I was pulled up for a pop-up they had. I wish I remember the dude's name. They had some dope shit. It was I guess a reconstructed Atlanta hat where it had neon green. On the low, it looked kind of like the same colorway as City in the Woods. But it's an easy flip, man. But I like the actual pop-up itself, man. They had a lot of cats in there. It had a good turnout.
Shout out to them niggas.
Yeah. Sorry. The rambles. But Vince walks out, he's like, damn, bro, this how most of your days go? And I'm just shrugging my shoulders like, yeah, man. But that was another humbling moment because I really wasn't tripping. Like, it was just kind of like, all right, this is another thing. Like, I can solve it. Let me just start thinking of solutions now.
I definitely, as I get older, when I have those problems, it's like, man, fuck, and you just want to scream. It's like, you know what? Let me not waste this energy. Let me just start getting towards the solution. Because either way, we got to get towards this motherfucker anyway. Me being mad is just wasting fucking time. I forget
who said it, but it was like this philosophical quote from some smart motherfucker where he's like,
shout out to him.
Shout out to him. He's like, it's like, yeah, most people want to be the star of their movie, and that's fine, man. But the most beneficial way for you to live your life is for you to view it as a comedy instead of like like I was saying in the other episode, like, because anything else is just a tragedy. Anything else is a tragedy. So the shit that happens to you is hilarious to everybody else. Mm-hmm. You overreacting to it, even if they don't know it. Like self-talk. We talk about self-talk on another podcast, but the types of ways you process situations, even when they happen to you, says a lot about how you move. It determines the way you think about these things. So I was just trying not to overreact, man. My pops pulled up. He had a jack, and it was like one of those a dad jack where it's like like the least amount of effort, like it's the mini power jack.
Oh yeah, you good money.
And it was one of those things where I was like, yo, like I said, I had problems, but I was like, yo, I'm not gonna overreact.
That's how I know we got two different dads and shit. When you said dad jack, I was like, nigga, that shit probably like some goddamn
sticks. That shit made of wood, nigga.
Shit powered by struggle, nigga. You gotta cry into it, nigga, to get it to lift the car up.
Like, and scream. You gotta scream at it and cry.
You didn't have my childhood, nigga. This shit was rough, nigga. My dad pulled up with me. I don't know what the fuck this nigga may pull out, nigga.
Man, your dad got a truck, bro. He don't have shit with it. He don't fix cars?
Nah, he got hella power.
That's so crazy, bro.
I'm talking about my childhood dad.
This nigga shitting on his dad. No. What's crazy?
Not my current dad. I'm talking about the dad I grew up with, nigga.
This nigga ain't shit, bro.
This nigga good now.
Hey, yo, shout out Mr. Hayes, bro. This nigga shit. Hey, look, man, I remember being stalled out in that Cutlass and you pulling up on us, bro. I remember, bro. I was there. We got home, bro. I got to the house.
Nah, man. Shout out to Pops, man. I'm talking about my childhood, man. I ain't talking about my current dad. Yeah, that nigga's good, man.
This nigga Eminem draft, nigga.
But my old dad?
But I ended up having enough bread to get the tire replaced and shit. I was like, all right, man, shit's cool. I link up with Vince. After that, got sushi. Ended up going back to the house and setting up to watch this fight, man. So at the end of the day, I feel like the week was tumultuous. Vince kind of drove that point home because like shit do be happening. And I always tell people like, all right, I don't really fuck with niggas like that because I know how my life go. Like I shit comes with me.
I mean, I think shit comes with life. Like, as they say, man, life isn't about the things that happen to you, but how you react to them. I think that just is what it is. Like that's what I've been trying to like learn as the older I get, because I'm like, man, I can't be sitting here all the time like, woe is me. Yeah, shit is fucked up. So fucking what? All right, what we gonna do about it?
Do you feel like the way you react to certain situations determines the type of people you're around moving forward? Like,
yeah, definitely.
And it's funny because I think about that shit a lot of times because
you gotta be resilient, man. You gotta be resilient because I am.
People identify certain things about your character based on how you respond to situations.
Yeah. Like I'm used to shit be going left, so it's fine when shit go left. It's not fine, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's not right, but it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
R.I.P. Whitney Houston.
Yeah, but real shit. Like you just. Struggle is all relative too. Like that's one thing I think I probably in my 30s that my biggest lesson is like, your tire being flat is somebody's like Bentley being scratched. You know what I mean? It's the same feeling, just different levels.
Or power being off.
Yeah, or you go lower. Like you know what I mean? So it's just and it's all the same feeling to the person that's dealing with it. Because you be like, man, nigga, you just crashed a Bentley. Who gives a fuck? Be like, motherfucker, I worked my whole fucking life for this Bentley or some shit. Or I just love this car or whatever the case is. Or, I have a weird attachment to this shit or whatever the case is. But
and I can feel like that
don't change the feeling that person feels.
Yeah, I can feel like that. But the outward expression of that says a lot about me and how I feel about it and how I feel about my problems in the scope of life in general.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think a good perspective is very rare. So, I don't expect everybody
That
to
shit
have
hurt
like
too, bro. You know how you hit some shit and you hear it like go flat? Shout out to Glenwood Ave, bro. That pothole-ridden fucking
That
street.
shit's been like that for so long, bro.
They need to fix that shit. I want them to fix it, but I know it's going to take them just as long to fix that, if not longer than it did for them to take Candler when it turns into flat shows. So
Yeah, they had to do that whole shit for where they was
just
on the
put
news.
plates on it, bro, and call it a day, please.
They said somebody was drawing dicks around them to make them.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was somebody
make
drawing
them-
dicks around potholes in the city.
Yeah, to make them like come address it, because that's the only way.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. You a real hero.
I was young. I just drew dicks. Shout out to Seth Rogen. Was it Seth Rogen?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Yeah. Shout out to Jonah Hill, man.
I think Seth Rogen wrote that shit.
Yeah.
You want to just jump into this fight, man? Oh no, the Young Thug shit.
Yeah. Shout out to Young Thug, man. You know, if you don't know, I'm a huge Young Thug fan, so I listen to a lot of Thugger.
Favorite Thug album?
You know, Barter 6, man. To me, Barter 6 is a classic.
I say Barter 6 as well.
I think it has maybe one skip on an album. That to me, that is really. And it's not me trying to do a hot take. I
really like Fun too. Like I listen to
so
Fun
much
a lot.
Fun is cool. It's cool, but to me, Barter 6 is like that's Thug when he's on his shit, boy. If I'm
gonna recommend a Thug album to anybody, it's gonna be Barter 6 most likely.
Him and London had like a beautiful chemistry when they was going hard. To me, like I like Thug on Metro, but I like Thug with London. To me, that's where he's at his peak. But shout out to London on Track. Shout out to Young Thug. But anyway, apparently Young Thug. It was a clip from T.I.'s podcast Expeditiously. Apparently it was Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher was the guest, and Young Thug just happened to pop up. He asked him about Young Thug, and Young Thug just walked out. And they end up asking him about, somehow they got into the conversation about Andre, and Young Thug happened to say that he doesn't pay attention to Andre 3000, and the internet reacted. You know, me personally, when I saw that shit, I was like, as somebody that makes music, I've been around artists that I maybe even thought was dope, but then I got around them and like their energy was off, and I was like, man, kind of fuck this nigga, man. Like, I really don't give a fuck how good this nigga rap, man. This nigga low-key a lame or whatever the case is. I don't know Andre. I can't call him a lame. But I can't say that their interaction was like 100% like on some real shit. You know what I mean?
His response to the whole Elton John comparison made sense when he's like, it sounded like it came from a real conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it sounded like some shit really happened. Like,
and you think about a nigga like Young Thug who got the type of energy that Young Thug got. How's he gonna explain that? How's he gonna explain it? So you can't. I think a lot of times the fact that social media gets the first opportunity to have opinions on shit, everything's immediately sensationalized. There's no context. They take all the clips that are gonna get the most hits just because it's numbers driven.
Oh yeah. Also, shout out to the Chatty House. I was in a room on the Chatty House, and one of the cats that actually was the creative director for Young Thug's all his shit since like he's been started. Like he did the whole rollout for So Much Fun. And we asked, you know, he hopped in the room. We were talking about the Andre shit, and he was like, "Yo, listen, Young Thug is a nigga who's never gonna ask a nigga to do a song. He's like, nigga, you could be a random nigga in the studio with Thug, and he might be playing a song. He'd be like, shit, nigga, and he got a verse. He'd be like, nigga, just hop on it. Or like you playing a song, he think it's hard, he'll just hop on the shit. Like he definitely like an open nigga like that, but he's not a nigga who's gonna be like, I want to work with so and so. Like,
you gonna make music.
Like if anybody listens to Young Thug or pay attention to the way this nigga moves, that doesn't sound ridiculous. That sounds like
you can look at the pattern of the songs he makes. Like he'll do a run with a certain artist.
Yeah,
because
they probably was cool. Like that's probably how Chris Brown.
That's probably how the whole Rich Homie Quan and
he
Young
was saying
Thug
this
shit
nigga
came.
got a whole album with what's the cat from Philly? Every Day I'm Lit.
Uzi.
Every Day I'm Lit, man. P&B Rock, man.
Oh.
Anyway.
Bro, I'm lost, bro. I can only keep one of them niggas in my head at a time.
But apparently this thing got a whole album with P&B Rock. He got a whole album with like the Migos Thug and shit that was supposed to come out. That shit was already done, but obviously label politics apparently gotten away with that. So like this nigga just be doing music, you know what I mean? So
yeah, he don't seem like a nigga that got a problem making music. Yeah, like if he don't make music with a nigga, it's because it just didn't happen organically, and that kind of makes sense. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, man. I know
that topic got summed up easily.
Like, cause they ain't really know.
One shot, one kill.
Hell yeah. All right. What else should we want to get into? What's next? Oh yeah. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs.
Man, you already know the champion rapper of this podcast.
Hell yeah. We've been flying the flag for a while.
A long time.
And it feels good to be kind of vindicated, you know.
Yeah,
I remember the day I was like, you know what? This motherfucker's on to something. I remember and try to tell everybody I knew about it. And, you know, some of them were a little trepidatious. Shout out to our podcast. And, and some of them weren't. But to see this now, it's like, man, yeah. Damn, it feels good to see people up on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're our Biden Kamala. I'm really rooting for y'all, man. Y'all got to get a flag. Get an Alfredo flag. I'm buying it, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all merch is crazy. Yeah. I fuck with everything. I fuck with all the basic shit. The Christmas shit is a little bit extra, but I understand.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. They've been able to capitalize off every season. Just it's a simple flip. I respect those type of brandings.
And I'd be lying if I say that I don't like bandana more than Alfredo. But I'm glad just to see somebody like Freddie Gibbs in that position.
It's all a journey. I think bandana, in order for Alfredo to be nominated, bandana had to happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because bandana should have been nominated.
Yeah.
Easily. But I think why they're Biden and Kamala is because I feel like it's more palatable for the audience that they're trying to that they're not trying to, but the audience is listening to them and judging it and critiquing it for the Grammys.
Also,
it's because Alchemist white.
Yeah. Alchemist might have a bigger base than Madlib because he's white, if we want to keep it real.
Yeah, like
he has the same base, but it's
broader.
Yeah, because he's white. But hey, Alchemist, we love you. We think your shit's fire.
Yeah, it's not a thing where I'm not.
You can't control that. It's not your fault that you're white.
You Macklemore this Grammys.
Yeah. But you standing beside a real nigga, so you ain't Macklemore.
No.
You like LP, but better.
Yeah,
a lot better.
Yeah.
Shout out to Run the Jewels. But yeah, man. Shout out to J Electronica too, man. Written Testimony.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I talked about that album probably since this podcast has dropped. I love that album.
Same.
I would love to see Hove and J Electronica on stage. I can't even lie. I would love to see that visual. I would really just love to see J Electronica say.
I gotta go with Gibbs though. I got on the low. If Gibbs beats out Jay for a Grammy, greatest rapper alive on the low. Great, not even on the low. High key, greatest rapper alive. If he gets the Grammy, greatest rapper alive. Me and Puff,
we was sitting in Miami. He said, "Nigga, fuck the underground. You need to
win a Grammy
for your mama and your family." Yeah. Like that would be kind of prophetic if he pulled that off.
Get your own ladder, boy. Let me see you climb up.
Yeah, man. What?
Yeah, I can't front. Now I'm torn, bro.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
gonna watch the Grammys.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm really gonna watch the Grammys now.
It's like two of my favorite rappers are in the
three.
Yeah, could be time. Yeah, Hove. But two of them on the same album. So
shout out.
Who? Yeah, man. Shout out to Nas, man. Real shit. Grammys is on some little fishy shit with that other nominee, man, and it's not even no salt to him. I think he's a dope rapper, and I don't even want to say dude's name, but shout out to him though, man. I don't know what's going on with that, bro. Like that's a big conversation that we're gonna have to have, like sometime when we all get settled, when we get out of this COVID shit. We gotta start looking at this shit they starting to sneak underneath the rug on niggas. Like, whoa.
Did you listen to it?
Whoa. I don't give. It ain't about listening to it. It's just about.
I haven't. That's why I'm asking.
Think about everybody that's in that.
I'm playing devil's advocate. Yeah, I feel you, but I'm asking.
Everybody that's in the rap category. You got Hove, Nas, Gibbs. These are people that all 10 years plus. These are two dudes that are 20
Jay
years.
Electronica.
Jay Electronica.
This nigga took 10 years to drop an album, and it was still Grammy nominated.
Yeah. And you got a guy that won a fucking contest on a reality show. All in the same category, bro. That shit is wild, bro. They can never be in the same category.
Scary hours.
Yeah, it is scary hours, man. I'm gonna take a piss, smoke a blunt, man. We'll be right back, bitches. Hey. Like low key, we was like so into it, we forgot to do wash moments, and it wouldn't be wash gods unless we do wash moments. So,
which is washed in itself.
Yeah.
Triple entendre. Don't even ask me how.
Oh, I'll show you how to do this, son. Coming soon. Yeah, man. So I guess I get into my wash moment. My wash moment is just really. I had a few days. Well, I had a day off, but it was a Saturday, so it felt like a few days for me because I usually be working on the weekends, and I was just thinking about all the people that I used to know. It's not that I don't know them no more, but I only kind of know them.
Shout out all the people that I used to know.
Yeah. Shout out to whatever them white people. Yeah.
Goat Yay. Ooh. Shout out Goat Yay.
Yeah,
you got me a lot of bitches on the low. I play that on dates and shit. Where you hear this from? Yeah, man. I'll just be listening to rap. I don't really be listening to rap like that, baby.
Yeah. Some chick played that for me. It's like, this is how I felt about you when you
like,
were away.
Shut up. Shut your ass up. Everybody love this song. I hate when somebody dedicate a cliche ass song to me. Like,
I'm gonna dedicate the Star Spangled Banner to Sean.
You know,
you're a star, bro.
You a star.
You like 50 stars, bro.
In one. You got a lot of stripes.
In the hood. Yeah, but
dedicate the Star Spangled Banner to me, nigga.
But yeah, I had a Saturday off, man, and it felt like 2 days. And I was just thinking like, damn, man, like I just never get to kick it with certain people. And it's like you realize that you got friends and you got friends. So like the friends people, it's not even like I don't love y'all like my other friends, but it's like, you know, like the way the world, our two worlds are set up, like our two ships would never meet in the night. You know what I'm saying?
That's why having creative endeavors cultivates friendships.
Definitely.
I don't have people I ain't got shit going on with. And like I said, when you get older, you start looking at the patterns in life. You kind of always fall in some sort of tribe or in some sort of like rhythm with people who are of like mind, and that shit is just how it goes. Those are the people you fuck with. Like,
yeah, they say don't mix business and friendship, but business is friendship.
And we had that conversation on Twitter a long time ago with somebody who was I guess talking about like, yo, why do people always take business so personal? And I was like, yo, if we doing business, I'm low key. Just from the perspective I'm coming from, I can't speak for everybody else. Y'all shit may be set up different, but if we breaking bread, I better fuck with you. Like I better.
It's my job to fuck with you.
Yeah,
I could fall off. Like fuck all the love and shit. Like just do it from a intellectual standpoint. Like it's smarter to make sure everybody around you is eating because you're not guaranteed to always eat. So if everybody around you looks good, bro, you'll never fall. Like everyone will be each other's crutches. Like
show you how to do this, son.
God damn it, this might be Rock Boys.
This the second one, bro. It's 10 for 28.
But yeah, I just think about all the people that I don't really get a time to like get a chance to kick it with. That I used to like, I'd be out. I wasn't fucking working all the time, or when I do get my time off, I'm really trying to focus on my creative endeavors or shit that feeds that. So, other than that, I really don't have time to just bullshit. Like, I
can't fuck off.
It's not interesting to me to bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not interesting to me to just sit and like kick it with a nigga and just talk about nothing. Like, I can do that in the wind. You know what I'm saying? I can do that while I'm writing a rap, while I'm in the studio with like my niggas, or while I'm doing the pod, or before the pod, or during the pod, nigga. What we're doing now, nigga. Like, we could do whatever. Like, but I like to look back and see the breadcrumbs or find leftovers from like my outings and shit. Like, I want to have leftovers. I want to be like, oh shit, I remember I made that. And it's dope to have that. So Everybody else, it's nothing to show for it after the hang.
Niggas always looked at us like, especially in work settings. You think about all the times we've been in studios.
Man, like we workaholics compared to niggas. Like
niggas would get fucked up all night and then cut 3 songs, cut a video, forget about it, and work will be done. Like work will be done.
Me and this nigga meet in the morning and be like, nigga, how much shit did we do last night? It's like, oh, nigga, we shot a video, we did this, we did that, but it's like all in the wind,
right?
And we all just fucking with niggas. Like it's easier to just do that than like.
That's why I don't advocate networking.
Yeah.
Because networking, you overdoing it.
I kind of shitted on Issa Rae or in an early episode, but I think she said this is the realest shit she might have said. It's like people always get focused on networking up. Like you should network across, like around you. Like talk to the people you already know.
And that's
they might be able to add a piece to what you're already doing. Like you just need to stop shooting for these execs and shit.
That's my biggest thing with any creative endeavor.
That's why I started doing that. I was like, yo, if you do this, like,
fuck with the people that fuck with you.
Yeah.
If they start doing some shit, y'all figure out some shit to do.
Yeah.
One of the niggas who always does that, shout out Ricky Blue. He does it on a repetitive basis. I don't know how many times every time I've been around this nigga says something about like what I got going on. And I don't know if it's some sort of.
He did that to me, man. Shout out to Ricky Blue. He gave me the best Clubhouse introduction ever.
I was there. He does that shit all the time, bro. Like, it happened when we were in person. Everybody FaceTime. Ricky Blue, I don't know how to describe.
He's going to be on the podcast.
Yeah, he got to be. Yeah. He's been on the podcast. He just passed out. Don't drink with civil rights.
You lucky we ain't get that selfie.
Oh, man. Yeah. You get drunk on the next one, bro, you a victim. Mm-hmm. And you going to drink.
Yeah,
you have no choice. But yeah, man, shout out Ricky Blue, man. He's one of the few people that I know that always.
And anybody that wants to be a guest, best believe you drinking.
Yeah.
This ain't this ain't a campfire. You better you gonna have to get busy to sit on this couch.
Real
man.
shit. I don't drink. I don't. When the last time you see me drink, Todd? In a minute. Right. Yeah. This for y'all, nigga.
What was he talking about?
Wash moments. My wash moment. Yeah. I think I was taglining something that you were talking about.
But yeah. I just if we don't come out with nothing at the end of it, it's just not interesting me to hang. So like, it's not that I cut no niggas off. Sometimes I think, and it's just probably me overanalyzing shit. It's like I don't want niggas to think I don't fuck with them, but it's not that I don't fuck with you. It's just like I'm trying to like.
I got shit going on.
Make the most out of my time. Is like, so what do I look like just going to a random party or doing whatever, just hanging and shit. Like, nigga, we wash, nigga. I've hung. Niggas have hung for 400 years and shit. We're good.
Strange fruit.
We're good on that, man. So like it's all about the
y'all trying to be Gen 6 and shit.
Yeah, we done that, man. So we just gonna do fruitful endeavors from now on. Like that's where I'm like the most satisfied.
Keep your third eye open.
I feel good when I come home with a song or a podcast or whatever. Like I feel accomplished for the day.
Hey, that's the point, bro. Yeah. Just stay in rhythm with something.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my wash moment, man.
My wash moment is it's just based off of being in Atlanta for a long time and seeing how the social politics work, man, and how lost the new generation is, bro. Internet that made niggas soft, boy. So they did a restock on PS5. I didn't really have a good segue.
I look like money.
It just feels like good. Money. It feels good. It feels good to know that I'm not bitter. Like inside, I don't have to worry about feeling some kind of way because I'm not left out. And I didn't feel no kind of way either way, but because God has finally blessed me with the ability.
God blessing all the trap niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shout out to Future, man. And it's Sunday. God blessing all the trap niggas, man. You can finally get
a Negro spiritual. if there ever was one. Man,
you can finally feel like
the wizard.
Feel like you're not. It's like when I bought my first iPhone, man. Like you just remember it was different. Like y'all niggas don't have a full. Y'all got buttons. I got one button.
Bhutan.
It's different. It's French. Yeah. Louis Vuitton. Done. Sean, nigga, what the fuck are we talking about?
Name of the pie. Louis Vuitton.
No, what's crazy is I don't even have no games for this shit. This box could be empty, nigga.
A lot of niggas ain't got that box though.
And that's the difference between us and y'all.
Yeah, niggas got to fall back, man. This is a very coveted box right here, man. So shout out to PlayStation.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to all the guys that blessed us with the energy to be able to bring this to fruition.
It's that podcast money. Well, I'm not gonna front. We sharing it, but a lot of y'all niggas don't have one.
Just let you know, man. The PS5 is in the cipher.
Yeah.
It feels different. It feels different. I put on a collar shirt for the PS5. I'm like, I gotta get spiffy for this motherfucker.
Yeah, because we got a PS5. I'm wearing repetitive shirts. So when you look back and you confuse this podcast with another podcast where I had a fit on, it's because I'm at that point where I bought a PS5 instead of investing in a new wardrobe. But I'm worth it, bro, because I deserve.
Baby, I deserve.
Yep. Yeah, shout out to Font.
What's the next topic?
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah.
Called for the boycott of himself.
Yeah,
on
shout
Netflix.
out to Dave Chappelle.
Man, again, how many moments do you have to have in a row?
Dave is giving us moments.
He's low key giving us a Jordan run.
Almost. All right. Let me go ahead and knock on wood. I'm so scared for this nigga, man. That he's just saying so much real shit. I'm just scared for this nigga, bro. And I'm not gonna say no more than that. I'm just every time I see a nigga start saying some really real shit, he just magically end up dead, bro. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. R.I.P. all the other niggas that said real shit. That's why I only kind of say real shit. I just say it in a joking fashion. That's why I think Dave used to do it like that. But he's like, now he on some.
He said it's crazy. I got to give y'all a lot of this shit with a punchline on stage, just so people pay attention. And then I think they were running after he did. I haven't seen the whole thing. I just caught the clip where he was asking for the boycott of Netflix or the boycott of his show on Netflix, and Netflix actually pulled it down. So shout out to them.
You gotta talk about how, like, I think white people kind of enjoy niggas making the most out of their pain. They're like, oh man, he's a good sport.
Yep.
Pat you on the butt and shit. Give you $1 million. Tell you to figure out all the problems in the hood with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they won't put
and they're gonna put you on the pedestal and say like, why isn't he doing anything?
Yep. That's why I love Dave for being so real about being so transparent about the situation.
That old foot. Shout out to Cat Williams, also a real nigga in comedy.
Definitely.
I think it was in V103 where he was talking about Dave Chappelle and how he called Cat and told him pretty much like, yo, they're gonna say I'm on crack and I'm losing my mind. It's like, yo, why would a man with a family go to Africa to smoke crack when it's Detroit? It's Miami. It's, you know what I mean? It's Harlem. You could go.
Where the fuck you gonna find crack in Africa, nigga? That shit don't even make sense.
All the good crack here, because shout out to Ronald Reagan.
You want to keep it even realer? I talked to, somebody in London, and they said that they didn't know what crack is an American drug. It was chefed here. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah. Crack ain't shipped nowhere else. That shit ain't in Africa. But you could think about Cat Williams and all the shit that they try to put him through with the media. And that was after he said a lot of real shit. I remember, I think it's Pimpin'.
Yeah.
That was, he talked about Diddy and all this shit, secret rooms and all this shit. And after that, this nigga was just in the media all the time for doing crazy shit. Like,
yeah, I think
not to say this nigga's not crazy, but
there is an overwhelming,
where there's smoke.
Yeah, there's an overwhelming impression that if you say some real shit, they're gonna suicide you. Like I said before on a previous podcast, they don't have to kill you no more. They just gotta assassinate your character.
Yeah.
And so people like Dave Chappelle saying all this real shit.
I think it was Malcolm X that said, "He who controls the media controls society." So that's kind of really, and it's crazy that I feel like it's even more so now. Like, I remember like talking to a certain rapper and he was talking about how another rapper just got signed for like $2 million and shit by another rapper. So I'm like, yo, I know the head rapper ain't got $2 million to give to a nigga. Like, I know how the rap game works. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Like, this is not a real contract, man. This is for headlines. You know, I had to argue a nigga down. It's like, because if a nigga never really been in them conversations or had them real conversations with people or been around the industry, they have the idealistic.
You get caught up in the hype.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily know how the conversations really happen.
The conversation, like that, all that shit is supposed to be predatory. It's supposed to make you feel like, nigga, this is the thing to do. Now, honestly, sometimes I feel like America is, the whole basis is to feel, like I said this shit on another pod, it's like to make you feel like you could fucking win the lotto. Mm-hmm. Whether it be, like fame is the new lotto now. Like that's why social media is such a big thing. Because it makes it feel like everybody can be famous just through one tweet or one whatever. But if we really think about it with the analytics or like the algorithms, rather, you know that shit is still rigged. Like you got to pay to play. It's just like radio play. Or even worse now.
Yeah, they find a way to monetize
you get
the free-flowing creativity.
Beat the shit out of a DJ and make them play your shit. But now you can't even do that no more.
Can't even do that.
You got to find some nigga in China that's got some streaming farm.
You got to have a bot.
Yeah. You got to have a RoboCop.
You got to get a Terminator. You got to get T2. Judgment Day. Yeah, man. I forgot what my watch was.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah. Ian. Oh yeah, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. I don't even know where the fuck I went with that.
He's saying too much real shit.
Yeah.
He's the only comedian. He's the only personality that's not out here sucking dick. That's all it is. He's the only person really still kind of sticking to his guns on his views and perspective, and then giving people something to think about in the interim. And really, it's only this. That's what I mean. Like, he kind of on his Jordan run. Because who else is saying shit right now? Everybody's scared. And anybody that's talking about Dave
scared.
One of the things that I say, like, when Jay drop an album is that
Jay low-key been saying a lot of real shit in raps, and I'm like, man, how the fuck is he doing this shit?
But bro? Jay's one of those artists that I'll be like, yo, you can only compare him to his shit. You don't compare Jay to anybody else that drops around him. You compare Jay to the last Jay album. I only compare compare comedy based on what Dave Chappelle said. The conversation we had about the Saturday Night Live monologue
is comedy to me. You're right.
Yeah, like you compare it to what Dave Chappelle does or what Dave Chappelle has said.
To me, he's the perfect blend of like social commentary, silliness, and like
taking a stance on what really matters.
The thing I always loved about comedy, because it's supposed to be a radical art form, like the same way I always viewed rap.
Yeah.
So, to me, he's like the public enemy, of comedy right now. I wasn't live or I wasn't popping when Public Enemy was popping, so I don't really know what it felt like. But this felt like that. Like, the way niggas explained it to me, like it feels like, damn, man.
When you
this motherfucker is a black leader.
When you see the look in somebody's eyes when they talk about Malcolm X or Richard Pryor or some
Dave
shit.
Chappelle is that.
And then you hear this motherfucker speak, and then you're like, oh, okay, everything clicks. Those moments, it's serendipitous almost. I don't see a difference between having a platform, whether it be a soapbox or a pulpit or like stand up. Like, at this point, it's about whichever way people are receiving the information.
Also, the thing, shout out to Neil Brennan. He said some real shit. As I mentioned on other podcasts, how Neil feel.
Shout out how Neil feel. I don't want to
just steal his fucking quotes without shouting them out. But he talked about how, like, comedians are kind of like, you're starting to see the veil being pulled back when it comes to Hollywood now, because now COVID hit, so it's no lights, cameras, it's no big studio production.
Niggas got their chest out in their house.
Yeah,
they just gonna let some shit fly.
Now you're seeing Matthew McConaughey on a Zoom, and this motherfucker has a white tee on, he don't have makeup on, and the shit's stuttering, and like, what'd you say? And it's like, it's just not a fun experience. But then you can have a comedian who has something really good to say, like something real to say, something interesting to say, something captivating to say, because that's their craft. That's what they do.
All the people who put forth the effort to make these motherfuckers look cool.
Yeah. Like, they need a whole setup to do this shit.
Nope.
Like, comedians are used to a mic in a fucking club. It ain't no crazy lights, ain't no smoke bombs, ain't no fucking CGI, ain't none of that shit. It's a real art form. You know, that's what used to be so beautiful about rap. But, you know, honestly, engineering is the CGI of rap.
Yeah. Shout out Leo Cohen.
Like, cause you can engineer a nigga really to a dope verse if you do enough chops and fucking screws and pauses and shit. I mean, shout out. Nah, I ain't no mom.
I went deeper than you even. Pause. Pause. But I was thinking about just the engineering of the artists themselves.
I was just saying on some. I was really just saying straight engineering session, but you're right.
Like
engineering
of the artist,
the background,
the industry plant, the idea or the construction of an industry plant.
You know what's so wild? The thing is so funny about that term though, is because to me, industry plant is supposed to be what the industry is when you have the appropriate tastemakers.
Yeah, when you got people who have ethics in charge.
Yeah, so like when someone knows music and we want you kind of want to filter to who's getting signed. You just don't want like
everybody having
the motherfucker who took a shit on a toilet while he rapped and that shit went viral, and because it went viral. But
a nigga who just go in a gas station and steal shit.
Yeah, he's just running around. He might play a song in the background because the shit got a billion zillion plays. You want to sign this nigga for $2 million? Like, that's what destroyed, like, that's what destroyed rap. I don't know what the fuck. What were we talking about? Oh, still? Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah. All right, man. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, man. We get the fuck out of this topic. What else we got?
Oh yeah. So I don't know if we shouting this motherfucker out.
Shout out to Slutty Vegan. Yeah. I guess we could do that.
That's a good look.
Yeah. Apparently, John Ossoff pulled up. He is the senatorial candidate. Yeah. So, he's the Democrat in Georgia. So, obviously he has a black following to be expected. So he pulled up on a safe black spot. He basically pulled a Bernie Sanders.
He wasn't properly social distanced, man. He did have on a mask, but I want to point that out. I want to point that he was right up on the people in front of him, and the people behind him was right up on him. So, and shout out to all y'all motherfuckers taking pictures and posing and shit.
It's always two sides to the coin, because you could say this motherfucker is like hustling us, man. This motherfucker pulled up at one black spot and niggas like, oh shit. Slutty. Niggas
y'all giving consolation prizes.
Yeah. But another nigga says, what about the niggas that never pull up?
Yeah. And it was I think the Republican candidate. Yeah, he went to Waffle House. No, Denny's Grand Slam or some shit. Yeah, so he didn't even keep it hood. He went to Denny's and was like, yo, we getting a Grand Slam like a real American or some shit, eating pork, just like you Cubians. But it was just like, yo, y'all just mudslinging, and it's so blatant because somebody will say it's really like somebody will say some shit and it's like yeah let's go with that, and nobody properly vets it. Like this don't make us look good in the long run. It's just a rebuttal. Sometimes saying nothing is the best response.
I think there's no long run in politics. Like you do what's like whatever in the moment.
What's that say about the Republic at large though? That shit's scary.
That's what they had to. They had to acquiesce to our attention span.
Yeah. Good point. I don't know if y'all heard that, but yeah, they had to acquiesce to our attention span. Shout out to Taji. But they had to that actually makes perfect sense.
So all the information we get, whether it be from what we may buy as a consumer or what we may decide as far as our government is concerned, is microwaved.
Yeah, because as they say, it's programming. So it's designed to make an impact quick and make you make a decision, make you react. That's why I like streaming is actually a blessing because I can just hone into my shit.
Yeah.
And I can choose content.
Oh no, that's
very
why I don't complain
specifically.
about music anymore because I can curate all the shit I listen to. I had a conversation with a nigga that was talking about Tyler the Creator and his Grammy nom, and he was like, "Yo, that type of shit, man. Like I don't really." And I'm just like, "Yo, you shouldn't complain about music because even if it doesn't get a Grammy nod, you can still listen to all the shit that you want to listen to from any era. You can only listen to the shit that you want to listen to if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you sitting at home worried about what another nigga listen to. That shit weird, man. Like,
And there's no demographic anymore.
Yeah.
Like, whatever's hot, like, shout out to Griselda. That's not this current era's rap. That's not this current era
as
at
I said
all.
in another pod, like what makes streaming dope is like sometimes you can find an artist and then accidentally you talking to somebody and it's like, oh, you fuck with that.
You fuck with that?
It's like, because I know you had to find that shit or somebody had to put you on. Like, it ain't on the radio. It
Or
ain't,
you just tuned in.
yeah, like you looking for good shit. Like, you got the good ear or something. You know what I mean?
Again, shout out Freddie Gibbs. I think that's how me and you kind of ended up. Like, oh, all right. Like, well, of course, we were already talking about Freddie Gibbs, and I wasn't listening to him at the time, but I ended up getting the project. Well, I think it was Cold Day in Hell.
Yeah.
And listening to him and be like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Based off the fact that he had an Alley Boy feature and a Crip production.
Yeah.
So,
The Crip production was hard too. I was like,
Super
man, I
hard.
want them niggas to make
Man.
an album together. Hey,
Hey, look.
Oh, all right,
all right.
Yeah,
Call on the pod.
yeah. Hey, Freddie, Crit,
Yeah, y'all need to do an album.
produced by Crit. I know Crit will do it, or maybe he won't, but I don't know shit about Crit.
Figure that shit out.
Yeah. Y'all
Please.
figure it out.
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna say this on Twitter. I'm gonna add both of y'all. Make sure y'all do it. Cause I added Pusha T and Madlib, and apparently they got an album coming out. So hey, man.
That's
I'ma
the
go ahead.
fifth one.
I'ma-
That's the fifth
I'ma
draft
keep-
influences the world, nigga.
I'm gonna keep putting this shit in the air, and I don't give a fuck if I get credit for
10
it.
for 28.
Exactly. Because I did have a Gorilla Black album. So they're not all jams, but hey, man.
5 apparently. He invested.
Nah, man.
Double down draft.
Yeah, man. So I don't know how the fuck we got here from John Ossoff.
Dave Chappelle, bro.
Nah, it was
no,
Don.
John Ossoff.
Yeah.
I'm a whole topic behind.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whatever, man.
I see the pander, bro. It's cool.
Yeah. I
But-
mean, it's politics, man. We know it's full
I
of
get
shit.
it. And Atlanta's one of those cities now. Like, everybody wants to be culturally or politically aware, rather. And
Atlanta's an easy city to pander to, too, because we got so much black shit around. It's
yeah,
like, shit,
and and because there's so much black shit around, it's automatically liberal. Because white people walk around with white guilt, and they carry all that shit because they move into our neighborhoods or historically black areas and all that shit.
like niggas don't sell out each other in a second.
Yeah, and
It's like, just because you stand by this one suck ass nigga, man.
don't
doesn't-
make you real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I don't know that nigga.
And make you a fan of celebrity, just like everything else. Because they microwaving all our politics like they do our entertainment, like they do our our purchases, all that shit.
Yeah. Everything is sold through a screen, so it's controlled now. Like, that's why COVID is the kind of funny thing. It's like,
They doubling down on all that shit. You'll see 2 commercials back to back.
it's like people are even more influenced by media than they ever were before.
Yeah, shout out Triller.
Yeah. Shout out to Triller, man.
Y'all got the bag. Y'all got the bag this weekend, man.
Hell yeah. Man.
Y'all finagled the bagel. A draw?
No, let's wait on it, man. We're gonna get more pods, man. More pod for your head top. We'll be back.
Yeah, man. Shout out Triller again, man. Y'all got the biggest bag this weekend.
Triller. Shout out to Rick Ross too.
Yeah,
One of
definitely.
the worst Rick Ross albums.
Ever. And we fuck
I
with
love
Rick
Rick
Ross.
Ross,
Yeah,
yeah.
we fuck with Rick Ross.
That's just the way,
Yeah. All right.
you got better shit.
Yeah, we know. But the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight, man, probably the most polarizing fight of the century. Not even because of them.
Not even because of the main card, bro.
All right, so this is the way I broke this topic up. I was like, yo, there are winners and losers of this whole fight, and neither one of them were Mike Tyson or Roy Jones Jr.
Both
so
them
who's
niggas won.
Yeah, both them niggas won, bro.
Yeah.
Who do you feel like won? I already know what he's gonna say, but based off perspective of the entire thing.
Are we saying the entire event?
Entire event, who won?
Who won the largest?
My nigga Taji. Yeah, thank you, bro. It was taking too long, bro. This nigga was getting too specific. You already know.
All right, so Snoop won because
Snoop won easily.
Snoop.
He about to get like 3 different shows.
Oh my God, bro.
Snoop.
GTN, bro.
No,
GTN
fuck,
and new CNN.
No, fuck all that other shit. Snoop needs to be hired by TNT, and Snoop should be live broadcasting some sports events. Like that's what we noticed. That's what everybody had the same feeling at the same time. Like
you knew it.
But if Snoop don't fucking commentate everything that happens in sports,
it was a thing where
you just love the nigga voice. You love the way
the nigga did UFC fights. He did a run of the UFC fights, and he was just talking about, damn, he kicked the shit out that nigga, and all of it was just Snoop being Snoop watching fights.
You know, it goes back to
he ain't know nobody's name. It was hilarious.
Listen, like. I know, and this is Draft getting in this little hip hop bag. I'm not gonna do this shit too often, but the reason why I like rap because I can tell the reason Snoop got a 30-year career. You think it's because he a lame fuck nigga? It's not. Snoop is he got shit, niggas. Everybody want to be around Snoop, nigga.
He
like
did
what
Snoop
the fuck?
Lion,
He's
bro.
Snoop Dogg.
He did
bro.
Snoop
like,
Lion and bounced back.
He is.
He did a gospel album and bounced back. He still smoking
He
weed.
didn't even. Ain't no bouncing back.
Cussing on pay-per-view.
Snoop is always on top, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Nigga,
You're
what?
right.
Who career can rival Snoop Dogg career?
You know who?
Nobody's career
Nobody.
is even
Who's on
touched.
track? I can give you people who are on track.
Maybe Drake, bro. The only person that could like even close to fuck
not
with
even
Snoop.
that. I was thinking
Snoop could go to China. Everybody know who Snoop Dogg is.
I was
bro.
thinking currency.
Snoop is the most. Nah, no, never.
Not based off notoriety, just because rap is so.
But I mean,
rap is such a big entity now. But I mean, based on ethics.
I mean, as far as like
staying relevant, being able to ride your waves, staying in a certain pocket.
Like having the highs and lows that Snoop did, and being Snoop Dogg here, he's still Snoop.
No limit.
Basically, this
the Cash Money.
Maybe Shaq. He's a rapper.
Yeah, no. But but yeah, like Snoop basically just dropped another drop. It's like it's hot, like right now, because of this fucking commentary on this fight. Now he's the biggest.
He back.
Other than Nate Robinson getting knocked the fuck out, which we need to get to the next topic or the same topic within the topic.
Yeah, man, the Knicks take another L, man.
Nate, bruh.
Nate.
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 Nate. Nate.
Nate.
We gotta talk about some things.
Yo, I didn't even know this fight was happening to the day of.
Listen, I didn't know either. We both were on the same shit, and I looked at Nate, and I looked at the
We
nigga.
immediately thought it was a bad idea.
Yep.
I don't know how you thought this was a good idea.
I was like, man, this nigga about to get knocked the fuck out.
Nigga, it's y'all. He's from Ohio.
And
I don't know
was-
people who don't know about. Like, where's Nate Robinson from? Seattle? Yeah, y'all know about corn-fed white boy. Like, corn-fed white boy is a
Jake
thing.
Paul was from Ohio. Yeah.
Corn-fed white boy is a thing.
Yeah.
That's field nigga strength. It's the same thing.
Also, if you have no boxing technique and you just run into motherfuckers, you probably
Gonna get knocked out, my nigga. He would look like a high school fight where you saw a little nigga with heart. It was like the Rudy effect.
And somebody that like knew karate.
You just saw his feet.
Like somebody that really knew karate.
You
and
saw
shit.
his feet shuffling. It looked like a Kevin Hart stand up. Shout out to Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
That
this
terrible-
nigga fights like Kevin Hart, bro.
He fight like you got Kevin Hart stand up.
That nigga, is this a joke? This nigga fell so hard on the mat. I never heard.
There were no knockouts in this shit.
This
He's
shit
the only
sounded
nigga who got
like
knocked out.
WWE, bro. The how hard the slam was on the mat. That shit was
It
crazy.
was a point in time where he got knocked out and he got up and the ropes was there and he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta back up." Like, you were disoriented, bro. It was probably the worst knockout I saw since the Gervonta Davis uppercut.
Honestly, that shit was worse.
Man, it's not as bad because that nigga's a boxer. He's a celebrity in that world. Nate Robinson is a celebrity. Like, he crosses boundaries. So you
That shit was a world star type knockout.
Yeah, it was a world star knockout, definitely. I saw Greg Street. Shout out Greg Street. He tweeted he was like, these niggas in here boxing like they fighting in Crucial.
It wasn't even Jake Paul. Like I feel like Jake Paul had enough. The reason why he knocked him the fuck out because this motherfucker has clearly taken enough boxing classes where he knows
This nigga's
how
been
to
trained.
read.
He done had 2 bouts prior to that.
Where he knows how to read a motherfucker punches. Once you do that same combination enough, it's like, okay, well, you about to go to sleep.
If you watch boxing,
this shit is ridiculous.
What's funny is
you doing?
the reason why I talk about like individual sports as opposed to team sports is because of like me and you have talked about fight sports and you're like, I don't know shit about boxing.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about UFC.
Yeah.
But when you're in a room with people who do, like my uncle boxed, nigga. This nigga's fought people who ranked in the heavyweight division. You can see how easy it is to see the difference between a bum and a nigga who prepared.
For sure.
And when as soon as Nate Robinson came out,
he was like, Boxcar Joe. Like
he was a bum.
Yeah.
He was a fucking bum.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Nate
the way
Robinson.
they used to make fun of like boxers and like they say have like niggas like prop up just random bums.
Yeah, you got
knock them the fuck out. Like
you got them. What you call them? Cardboard champions.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's Boxcar. That's Boxcar Joe.
Goddamn, Walsh guys. But it's all you got those tune-up fights, and it sucks that society is so popularity driven. I saw JID tweet. He was like, "Yeah, this is a celebrity death match." And
we gotta bring that shit back, bro. Celebrity deathmatch would be so dope in the social media era. Bro.
Come on, man. What? You could just have.
The only thing is, like with contracts and their likeness, nobody's gonna give away their likeness and all that other bullshit.
But I think just because of social media, you may be able to do it without their consent. Because who's licensed? Like you could do a Drewski or a DC just based off the fact that I don't think it's gotten to that format yet. Like the NBA, they can license your likeness because they're gonna do games, they're gonna do all this other shit.
I think probably if you put yourself on Instagram, like
it'll be another conversation to be had. I'm not saying that I advocate that somebody does celebrity deathmatch and takes the likeness of social media. I'm not advocating that.
What if Netflix just bought into Instagram and all they did was just use niggas' likeness that put their likeness on Instagram? I'm sure you agree to like
and they do a show with you.
Yeah, and they do your claymation, and we have celebrity deathmatch. What if we just did that Instagram? What if you just listened to the shit I was saying and we did that Instagram?
What if we did that?
Facebook. Oh yeah.
I just you
ass nigga. Go ahead and take my idea. Hurry up, man.
Come on, man.
So I can be entertained. You piece of shit, bitch.
That's why you ain't get no bitches in college,
Yeah.
nigga.
Well, all right. Well, this pot ain't going nowhere.
Damn,
man. We're gonna block all this shit out. Yeah, I don't want to be in beef with Billy.
But yeah, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones was a dope-ass fight. I feel like it was dope because I got to see 2 champions. I knew it was going to be like watching them fight in mud. It was dope to see them get in the ring together and to see flashes.
Snoop had the best take is like when your uncles fight.
Yeah, at the barbecue. Yeah.
That's basically what it was.
You got to get somebody to break them up.
I'm sure them niggas was really tough back in the day, bro. But now, man.
Man, they look ridiculous.
Shit, niggas got slop tops, bro.
Yeah, Roy Jones.
It was all the titties I never wanted to see in that fight, man.
Mike Tyson was cut up. I'm not gonna flex. No homo. Mike Tyson was cut the fuck up. Mike Tyson looked like a heavyweight fighter. Roy Jones
was cut down.
Yeah, he was rounded. It reminded me of he looked like Damon Wayans in The Great White Hype. Like where he was like, yo, I'm in shape, round.
He still got good technique.
And he's still the same Roy Jones. I think
he's very technically sound boxing wise. Like,
and I think
he came in with a strategy.
He had to fight.
The no-look punches he was doing was dope.
I'm a jab and get the fuck out the way.
Yeah. Cause I ain't about to get hit by none of them motherfuckers. This nigga.
And when I expected him to turn up just based off the way he was fighting, cause he held a lot. Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. But if I'm fighting Mike Tyson, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? I'm not. Why do I need to do that with you niggas, man?
Yeah,
I got
heard,
kids.
Like the fucking commentator was like, yeah, but like, cause I don't know if it was Sugar. I think it was Sugar Ray that said that. He's like, yeah, this is smart boxing technique. But he was just like, but does that make for a good fight? But it's just like, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but how do you Like, he got
not
have
even
brain damage. Like,
What the
yeah.
fuck, nigga, this is my life, nigga.
Yeah.
Do you understand what boxing is? Like,
Everybody who was amping Mike Tyson, when I told niggas that Roy Jones was gonna win, it was based off the angle that he was gonna box this nigga. I didn't expect it to be a slugfest. I felt like Roy Jones was gonna win just because it was gonna confuse Mike Tyson because he tends to be a slugger. And with everybody who can't box, you gonna try to go toe to toe with this nigga and he gonna knock you the fuck out because he know how to box amongst all the bullshit. But later rounds, you see Mike Tyson get frustrated. Anybody who really pays attention to boxing, you get in them later rounds, nigga, Mike Tyson in deep water. Yeah, and it was
see a nigga swing for the fences every time, like
you see the desperation in the motherfucker's eyes. And all the great fighters that didn't have that desperation that went on to be champions, like
this is something
Mayweather or Andre Ward, all of that shit looked effortless. Like, you didn't have to make it look like you were panicking. Even in this fight, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson are great fighters, but they looked like they was trying to edge that shit out. Hence the draw.
Yeah. But one thing I wanted to say is, like, I think we all got to applaud Mike Tyson's growth. The way he was after the fight.
100%.
That shit honestly was beautiful to me, man. Like, I could have shed a tear to that shit. He really gave Roy Jones a dab he wanted to do again. I can tell Mike really enjoyed that fight. Like,
it looked like a milestone for him based on what he's been through.
Yeah.
Because you look at
that definitely was, bro.
Mike Tyson has been very public in a sense where if you've been paying attention to Mike Tyson,
you can really see the real change in Mike.
He'll talk to people who he feels comfortable with and give them the gems that we talked about it that night, how dope hot boxing is.
Yeah, hot boxing with Mike Tyson, bro. Like, I've been talking about this shit.
But before that, with Joe Rogan, the conversation he had with who was the other motherfucker? He had a conversation with Zab Judah via Vlad, and he was talking about like real rap shit. And one of the conversations he said apparently you guys said that he robbed his mom of her earrings, and he was like, tell you guys come see me. If he see me, tell him ask me for the money, because I'm rich now. Like, if his mom had earrings, y'all had more money than me.
When you look at
and I'm looking at this nigga, and this is before the fight. Like, apparently this shit happened right on their nose. It was like 4 days ago. But I'm looking at it like, damn, bro. Like, Mike Tyson, he told other heavyweight fighters, people who could beat him up, y'all eat your children. And now he's out here telling people, like, y'all give you the money back. I give you the money back if it mean that much to you. Like, on a public platform, on the same platform where he was like, yo, I'll fuck you and make you love me.
Yeah. I fell in love with Mike Tyson like the moment I like saw the one man show on HBO.
Man, that shit was so dope.
So dope, man.
It was so dope. That and the documentary was hard too. The shit where it was just a cut up of his interviews and quotes that he gave. I don't remember who did it. They had a lot of 2020 Robin Givens shit in there. It was kind of hilarious.
Mike Tyson, like, I can even tell before the fight, like, he really enjoyed, like, kicking it with Jim Gray. Like, he enjoyed the whole process. And, like, that was beautiful for me. Like, just see Mike Tyson enjoying the process. Like, as a nigga who, like,
he got his flowers while he could still smell them. And I felt like he was a gracious champion because everybody knew he was the overall favorite. We watched the whole fight.
It's his league.
It's
Mike Tyson's Legends League. Like, it's his league. Like, so I mean, it is what it is. So, like,
damn, man, shout out Mike, man. That makes it even more sentimental.
And think about like the fact that Jim Gray wanted to come there and like be a part.
They had
of it.
Michael Buffer do the announcement.
Yeah, I'm sure both them niggas like probably fucked dirty sluts and they probably needed the money, but maybe they
got a really bad coke habit.
Yeah. Maybe they really fuck with Mike Tyson. You know what I mean?
Man, Mike Tyson's just a real nigga, and you gotta answer when he calls.
You gotta be a part of this moment,
right?
Because wherever the moment is, it's gonna be the most talked about thing of the weekend.
And you gonna be a hater.
Yep. Yeah. So shout out to Mike Tyson, man.
A great fight.
Great
overall.
fight.
A great fight overall.
I think both Roy Jones and Mike Tyson won that fight.
Yeah.
They were the overall winners, but Snoop Dogg, like you said, is definitely the grand champ.
Nate Robinson is the biggest loser. Easily.
Biggest loser.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, Nate.
It's nothing against taking
nothing I can say that Twitter ain't already said, to be honest.
The memes going crazy.
Yeah, it's ugly out here,
bro. It's a challenge.
It's really my worst nightmare.
Yeah. What's it got to be like to get in the car and have your significant other turn to tell you, like, yo, whatever you do, please.
You low-key got to
Please don't go on Twitter.
You gotta murk that.
Yo,
nigga,
for real, for real.
yeah,
Yo, whatever you do, don't give me your phone. You can't go on Twitter. How long? A year? 6 months. You can peek your head out.
Pause.
You can prairie dog.
It was the ugliest boxing match
The
I've ever
ugliest,
seen.
nigga. I don't know how the nigga. He was lumped up, like he lumped them up.
Yeah, that shit was bad, man. I can't say too much about it. Like I said,
'Cause
if Twitter ain't already said, man.
that
That
shit
shit just bad. Shout out to Nate Robinson, man.
Shout out to Nate, man.
Get well soon, man. Real shit, bro. That shit was. I was
Just fight
concerned.
somebody in your weight class.
I
For real.
was
I'm not even
concerned.
saying you can't box.
No, you can't box. I'm saying you can't box. You can fight probably. You probably beat my ass, but you cannot box, dog. Boxing and fighting, two different things. And I think
No.
you learned
I
that.
disagree entirely. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, Kimbo Slice would agree with you.
I disagree entirely. I think
Shout out to Kimbo
give
Slice.
it some more training.
R.I.P.
With a
Kimbo
loss,
Slice.
with a loss like this, give it some more training.
Is Kimbo
And
Slice
somebody,
still alive?
no, he died.
Yeah, R.I.P. Kimbo Slice.
Give it some more training and somebody in his weight class.
He'll get. I don't know.
I think he probably actually be a
he's
decent
an athlete,
boxer.
so I won't put nothing behind him. But he cannot box. At
The
this
nigga was
moment.
fighting a nigga that's 6'1" on paper
Look at it.
in a Legends League.
So you agree
and
with
he's 5'9".
So you agree with his technique?
No, I don't agree with his technique. But I do think technique is tailored to the type of person you're fighting. I'm not gonna fight a little nigga like I would a 6'4" nigga.
So you would fight a 6'4" nigga like that if you was a little nigga?
If I was a little nigga, I wouldn't be fighting a 6'4" nigga because I wouldn't be fighting a nigga that's not in my weight class.
But if you had
in a boxing match,
he was a 6'4".
In a street
First of all,
match,
he was 6'1".
No. But based on my height, was what I'm saying. Like,
No, I'm saying.
and I did comparable.
You're 5'9". Would you fight a nigga like that if you're fighting a 6'1" nigga?
No,
All right.
Head first.
It was bad technique, bro.
it was just his feet, man. The feet is what
It was
killed
everything. It was no defense. It was everything. It was the same combination he kept
me.
throwing.
It was no combination. He threw one punch
It wasn't a combination.
and tried to lead in. Like he was swinging for the fences from
He was-
round one.
If it was a UFC fight, he might have won.
No. He wouldn't have won.
He would have died.
Somebody who was technically
Yeah, he might have died.
efficient, yeah, he would have got killed.
But I don't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
'Cause
I don't know if Jake Paul does the UFC.
It's 10-ounce
type.
gloves and it's a knee to the face instead of just a
That
glove.
shit would have been terrible. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Nate Robinson.
Yeah, R.I.P. Nate
You got
Robinson.
your ass whooped, dog. Let's get the fuck out of here. I gotta piss.
Yeah, same.
Let's take
what
a
you been-
pause.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll be back, man.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Hey.
All right.
I was supposed to stop doing hey.
This nigga think we Fat Albert in the junkyard game.
Is that where hey came from?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just be saying shit sometimes. I don't know.
Shout out. Never mind. Anyway. Fat Albert. Mushmouth. Shout out them niggas, man.
Shout out Platinum Fubu.
Shout out. Damn, we went full circle from LL back to LL. Damn.
No, back to Damon John. Fuck LL.
Okay, all right.
LL
Shark
Queen.
Tank, nigga.
Yeah.
you
Anyway, we gonna
you
get the
been
fuck out of
listening
here.
to,
Yeah, before we ruin all our credibility, if we ever had any.
Too late.
Anyway,
If we had any, too late.
yeah, fuck credibility. We're gonna get into what I've been watching.
Okay.
Shout out to the Animaniacs, man. Like,
This could be a.
I grew up on the Animaniacs.
Yeah,
so
we
it
can
was
do we got to do a deep dive on Animaniacs later.
eventually, yeah. But Animaniac, I don't know if like niggas was around for this, but it's definitely like could have been a watch moment, like if we wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really dope. It's like it's kind of like social commentary for kids.
It was definitely social commentary for kids who were left in front of the TV specifically.
Yeah.
Because we talked about
That
all
shit
the
built
stuff
a lot
that's
of
missing,
bridges.
all the stuff that's missing from this new one, like the Good Pigeons and the Hello Nurse.
Yeah.
We got a lot of the nuance from what Hollywood was because they were on a Hollywood studio lot based off of Animaniacs.
Yeah, for sure. Like probably the first sketch comedy animation show.
Yeah,
ever,
you
maybe,
I think
right?
you described it
Yeah.
via like our group chat. it was a sketch comedy via animation. And I had a conversation with somebody about why Animaniacs is dope is because you can do a lot of social commentary via actors who are popular and get a lot of eyes, but you can't say the shit that really needs to be said.
So like they got all the licenses
to do everything, all the parodies, but not even that.
What I was saying was
hold on before I lose it. Cartoons have a different effect because you can do wilder shit with cartoons.
Cartoons are made.
Damn, you can do wilder shit with cartoons that helps drive the point home even more effectively. I'm not going. It's no spoiler alert, but they've got one called Bun Control, and it's about bunnies. It's about there being too many bunnies on the Warner Brothers lot, and they just keep calling them buns. Everybody's got buns, and they're giving them out. And when you really, I watched the episode twice because it was so dope. Because they were like, in the end of the episode, they're like, oh, I get it. Bunnies is a parody about shoes. And Yakko is like, yeah, because the American public has too many shoes, and there's an epidemic of shoe violence. Animaniacs, the new Animaniacs is dope. Yeah. The new Animaniacs is really, really dope.
Yeah. I loved it. I never realized it was presented by Steven Spielberg. Like, he really put his stamp on it. So, like,
when I saw the prelude with the Jurassic Park shit, I was like,
bruh, that's why you got to go back and watch the old joints, bruh.
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
They been on Hulu. That's the old joints been on Hulu from 1993. Nigga washed.
Yep, 1993.
Washed,
yep. Nigga. This nigga watched it. For real, yeah. So, yeah, I watched Animaniacs. I watched this Allen Iverson. Basically, shout out to Bill Simmons. I really shouldn't shout this nigga out, but shout out Bill Simmons. It's they basically do like an hour and 30-minute podcast about Allen Iverson. And it was just kind of cool to just see, like, you know, a lot of shit that niggas never talk about. Like the time he almost got traded before the MVP season. Just like a lot of little shit Iverson fans would like. I don't know. It's something I thought was really dope. Also, I watched this Marion Barry documentary on it's on Amazon Prime. Honestly, man, I have a totally different opinion about Marion Barry now.
Marion Barry might have been a real nigga.
Might have been a real nigga. The way we talked about the way media assassinates your character. I'm not saying that obviously the media didn't make this motherfucker smoke crack, but bitch set me up. Man, I could get a shirt with that shit on it.
Nigga, that's life.
Yeah,
if you a black man in America, a bitch set you up.
Yeah. I ain't want to shut nobody out.
Hey, ladies.
I'm gonna leave that where it is.
But yeah, man, shout out to Marion Barry, man.
Anyway, man, that's all I got for what I've been watching and what I've been listening to. We can just
one at a time, bro. We got to trade off.
All right, cool. Go ahead. What you been watching?
I did also watch another biopic on Blackbeard. I kind of got into Pirates. Pirates was the OG scammers, bro. Like they was just
Pirate.
Yeah. Pinky up.
Pirate. Pirate. My bad.
They was the first scammers. Damn, and they had parrots. Keep your third eye open. Ooh. You gotta think about it,
Way
man.
more melon than that. Anyway,
Africa, we need you in these analytics, man.
Yeah,
Y'all missing out.
I'm waiting.
But no, I watched a lot of YouTube documentaries, biopics. I watched Tenet again. It's just as confusing. Christopher Nolan has a niche, and it's just he's our generation's M. Night Shyamalan. I'm not supposed to understand what the fuck he did. It's just supposed to be visually stimulating.
The switch.
Easy twist. What he twist? Where's Robot Chicken at? That's who needs to do Celebrity Deathmatch.
That look he was.
Adult Swim.
It already was.
That's already damn. All right, maybe we late because they were the missing link.
Yeah.
But
Actually
yeah,
did it better.
definitely a lot better. If you think about the arc of Robot Chicken and how early they
got
were
so
on
much
shit,
dope shit with the Transformers shit.
Man.
So much hilarious. He-Man shit is
He-Man,
hilarious.
yeah, the He-Man
my
shit was
God.
hilarious.
Yeah.
The Corey shit that they did.
Oh, where's Robot Chicken at? I gotta find that. I gotta stream that. Now I gotta go through
now we gotta
all
go through Robot Chicken.
I hope it's on Hulu.
Watch Guys got to do a breakdown on cartoons. We do Animaniacs.
Oh yeah, we're
What?
gonna do
So we wanted to do top 5.
Yeah, I wanted to do top 5 90s cartoons, but I'm gonna do my
We'll
research.
respect it. Yeah, we'll respect it.
I'm really
for
gonna
real.
respect that topic because that's what we do.
I watched. What else did I watch this week? I watched Tenet. Like I said, it was just as confusing before. Christopher Nolan is just about spin. That's all his genre is. If you just want to sit down and be frustrated about a movie but not be mad at it, watch a Christopher Nolan film. Without a script, without a predetermined script like Batman, you're gonna be fucked in the game. Inception still don't make sense. It makes sense, but it's so many different angles. Like
What's
why would
crazy
you,
is though every
Why do I
time I
wanna
watch
go-
Inception, it's like I do acid. Like what the fuck? nigga? Like,
why? Why does this make?
My brain.
It makes sense, but it don't.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even do that shit?
It's a dream inside a mystery.
It's almost
Inside
like
of a puzzle.
it's almost like when you got to the end of what also another movie based on dreams. What dreams may come. It's like, yo, what the fuck is the point? What the fuck? Like, why did we go through this 2 hours and 45 minutes of agony?
It's just all confusion, nigga.
Yeah, it's all spin, man. So fuck Christopher Nolan, man. That movie was great. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna buy the shit.
I love all the Batman films. Too.
I love all of them. Christopher Nolan don't miss, for real. Inception is still a great film.
Never be a Batman like him.
Yeah,
Like it.
ever. I'm sad you're going. Sad.
uh.
That Superman was terrible though.
Did he do that
sucked.
too?
Yeah, he did. He did one of the Supermans. Man, what was it?
Thinking Zack Snyder?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Zack Snyder. I'm
No,
sorry.
Zack Snyder did.
Let's do.
He did Man of Steel too. I thought he did the
Did the Justice League.
Justice League. Yeah.
Oh, it was
He did
Zack
Justice
Snyder. He
League,
was the
yeah.
bootleg.
But that he didn't even do it. Like the version that he did. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's still been begging for the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
Really?
Yeah.
It's official.
Did he do it?
They're reshooting right now.
Who did this new Wonder Woman?
I don't know.
All right. So
Anyway,
we're not anticipating. Yeah. Anyway, what else did I watch this week? I think that was really it. It was some shit I watched, but I always get stupid brain farts on the pod. We can do what we've been listening to.
Before my phone die. Let me get that shit out.
Go ahead.
Pause. Pamela Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins.
Yeah. Patty Jenkins. I remember it was a woman. It was a big deal. Shout out to Patty Jenkins and Wonder Woman. Anyway, shout out to 2 Chainz. I've still been listening to So Help Me God.
Great album.
I love the album. Like I said before, Save Me featuring NBA Youngboy Moneymaker. Featuring Lil Wayne. Can't Go For That. Featuring Lil Duval.
No can do, nigga.
Quarantine Dick featuring Mulatto. Yo, Mulatto. Mulatto went crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Mulatto got bars, bro.
Man.
I'm fucking with Mulatto. I can't even lie, bro.
And it's dope to see somebody from Atlanta kind of do it.
Man, the way
it
she
should be done.
kicked that shit from the South Side, bro. I love that shit, bro. That was
The
my
feature
first.
with Gucci, like all of her packaging looked real good.
Yeah, I like Mulatto, man. She fire. So YRB featuring Rick Ross and Schoolie. I fuck with that shit. Wait for You to Die. 55 times. I'm sure I say all these songs before, but I really want to reiterate. Because I feel like that album is really being slept on right now. So let's talk about it why it's like, fresh in niggas' ears. Other than that, I'll double back to the Wave Pack. So shout out to Max B.
Free the Wave.
Yeah, Free the Wave. Blow Me a Dove. Baby I Wonder. Sexy Love. Porno Music. Live Comfortable. It's crazy. Picture Me Rolling. Lip Sing. Oh yeah. Side note, Jim Jones and French just patched it up. So I'm assuming Max and Jim patched it up. So shout out to them.
That's crazy how you a real Dipset historian,
I
man.
still be paying attention, bro.
I see, man.
I'm still on that. But I'm still listening to Chunk.
Because I
too.
saw it too. I just didn't know how to weave it in. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Hey, it meant something to me.
Yeah.
I shed a thug tear.
Yeah, shout out to Russ. I'm still listening to Chop. He got a really dope joint with Ab Soul. I love that shit. I like lining them up with Busta Rhymes. I like Momentum, produced by bitch Benny the
We gonna bleep
Butcher.
that.
Yeah.
We gonna bleep that.
Benny the
I had that
Butcher.
same conversation this week. That's crazy. We'll illustrate.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, we can keep bleeping this shit. Bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah. Bitch produced Momentum featuring Black Thought and Benny the Butcher. I really enjoyed that song. Who Want What featuring Absol. Absol got a crazy verse on that. And Line 'Em Up featuring Busta Rhymes. Shout out to Chomp. Shout out to Russ, man. No, I don't usually champion white rappers, but here we go.
Conservative draft.
Confederate draft.
Confederate. You gonna go all the way right.
Yeah. Shout out to Juicy J. I haven't really gotten to this album, but I just want to shout out Juicy J because he a legend. The hustle continues. He just dropped the album. He got features like Lil Baby, 2 Chainz, ASAP Rocky, Conway, Young Dolph, Project Pat, J-Rock. I was about to say this bitch ass nigga, man, but we gonna bleep that too. Yeah. Fuck that nigga.
It's
But go on.
about that time.
Fuck. Go on.
Lot of bleeps. Whole lot of bleep shit. All right. I've been listening to Playboy Cardi. I hear there's an album getting ready to drop. Dalit. I really fuck with Dalit, man. Are you serious? I feel like he's gonna drop it, man. I feel like Christmas.
Like a year and a half.
Christmas, bro. I've been fucking with Dalit. Long time intro. I fuck with Poke It Out. It's one of my guilty pleasures, and it has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. Nigga, fuck it. I fuck with the song, nigga. Poke it out, nigga.
Don't ever look at me and say that shit, bro.
I didn't look at you first of all. I looked right at the ottoman because niggas getting money. I can see a bitch on that ottoman poking it out. So I was like,
feel you, bro. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't mad at you, bro.
Nicki Minaj had nothing to do with that song.
I didn't say nothing
I
about
feel
it.
like Cardi's verse has honorable mention.
All right.
It's a good song for a single. We talked about early on Chatty House.
Hey, I champion.
All right. That's just all right.
I champion women.
Hey, the black man is gone. Hey, all right.
All right. I champion women, man.
So,
As I said in the last podcast, I love women, man. I live my life for women.
yeah, definitely.
I would die for any woman on this earth.
Flatbed Freestyle, No Time, Playboy Cardi, shout out to you. What
Shout out
else?
Playboy Cardi, man.
Mordecai.
Flatbed Freestyle is basically like a classic song.
Yeah, definitely. Mordecai album by Karungabin. I've been listening to First Class on repeat. I'm not gonna tell niggas why, but y'all pay attention. If you're reading this too late, it's too late by Drake. I've been listening to Legend and a lot of like the first 6 songs just so I can see if I can hear what Quentin Miller did. I can't even front. I fuck with the style that album was written in. And so it's not even about the flex that he had ghostwriters. It's just about the piece in itself and how they fit together.
Honestly, like, you can say what you want about ghostwriters, and I guess it's gonna be my first time flagging for Drake, but there's something to be said. Like Neil Brennan said, like, all right, this is another Neil Brennan quote, but he's like, yo, I've written for Chris Rock, I've written for Ellen, I've written for Dave Chappelle, but you would pay like $100 to hear these same words spoken by those people. There's something to be said about that.
Yeah, I also think there's a certain...
I think Drake has vocal talent. Like,
there's a thing
he
to be
might
said about the recognition of talent in other realms and
having
saying,
the ear to
be like, yo, this just needs to be tuned a little bit.
Yeah.
And all artists are selfish. Like the act of art is.
I don't know. Like if a motherfucker came to you as a writer, we don't even know how this nigga came to Drake. Like we want to.
No, I'm not even saying that. But I'm just talking about as an artist. If somebody brought me some shit that I knew was gold, I would want something to do with it. The extent that I'd want something to do with it has a lot to do with like how I feel about what I'm doing at that time. But for certain artists, you assimilate and you want to keep that shit close. Like Jay said the shit. Like, yo, it's a nigga out there sitting at his
I'm a sign a nigga.
Yeah, I'm a sign a nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen to my shit like, yeah, and I'm about to out rap this nigga like, yeah, I'm a sign a nigga.
That's the ethics of the game right now.
That's good business. Anyway, we are washed but not washed up.
Washed but not washed up.
I am Draft. He is Sean MC.
Like, subscribe, share.
We did a black roll call shit last week. Like, y'all know what it is.
Yeah,
we'll get back with you.
You already know who
that.
we fuck with.
Also, if you got a black business and you want to be mentioned on the podcast, email washguardspc@gmail.
Yeah, we
got definitely
you.
mentions you. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with black businesses. We definitely need more of those. So just let me know. Like if you feel like you've been left out on some of the black business roll calls, just let me know.
Yeah, shout us out, man. Please. It's all good work.
It's an open forum.
Yeah, all good work, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, washed never washed up.
Shout out to No Limit Exposure. No Limit Exposure.
No Limit Exposure.
Yeah. We are washed but not washed up.
Y'all stay black.
Yeah.